girls varsity soccer game between the visiting Bears from the Blake School, located in Hopkins, and your Eagan Wildcats. The game officials are now leading the Blake Bears onto the field for the introductions. The officials for tonight's game, center referee is Paul Kamani. The assistant referees are Connor Tobin and Josh Edelstein. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eagan Wildcats will enter the field through their introduction tunnel, and they will join Blake at the World Cup introduction line. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Eagan Wildcats. Let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Blake Bears. Starting with the goalkeeper, junior number 0, McKenna Babracek. Midfield, junior number 2, Amelia Reyes. Attacker, freshman number 3, Katie Liebert. Attacker, junior number 5, Catherine Moe. Defense, junior number 6, Rachel Winky.
So you went to Eagan?
Defense, junior number 7, Bailey Abraham. Midfield, freshman number 11, Julia Notamu.
So you graduated in
Attacker, sophomore number 13, Talia Pesky. Midfield, junior number 15, Kira Reese. Defense, junior number 16, Kate Willoughby. And attacker, junior number 17, Carly Shoemate. The Bears' assistant coach this evening is Paul Armstrong. The head coach of the Blake Bears is Kelsey Hans. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our visitors to Wildcat Stadium this evening, the Blake Bears. Now let's meet the starting lineup for your Eagan Wildcats. The goalie, senior number 0, Carly Breeze. Defense, junior number 3, Emma Yeager. Forward, senior number 8, Captain Julia Barger. Forward, junior number 10, Captain Emily Cronkite. Defense, senior number 11, Erin Redicott. Midfield, senior number 12, Captain Taylor Redden. Midfield, junior number 13, Ashley Rosser. Defense, senior number 14, Sydney Coleman. Forward, junior number 17, Ariel Lindgren. Midfield, junior number 21, Lara Newton. And defense, junior number 22, Captain Olivia Miller. The Wildcat assistant coaches are Janissa Clark and Allison Campanen. The head coach of the Eagan Wildcats is Sherry Lenz. Ladies and gentlemen, your Eagan Wildcats. Now the visiting team, the Blake Bears, greeting the game officials and the Eagan Wildcats. Good luck to the Blake Bears as they start their season, and now the Eagan Wildcats greet the game officials. Good luck to the Eagan Wildcats as they start the 2019 season. This is my 20th year of Eagan soccer.
That's awesome.
20th season. I started in 2000.
So you get like a coach, or
I
you
doubt it.
get like a handshake and
I'm
a.
probably the only one that knows that. So.
All right. Well, I do. That's awesome. Well, how's your oldest daughter? Well, you have 4 daughters, right?
Yeah. Graduated in 2003, so she's
Oh my goodness.
34.
Wow. Are we gonna go here, or what's going on here?
Hey, welcome to Eagan Soccer. Tony Coleman here with the Eagan's first game. It's going to be against the Blake Bears from Hopkins, Minnesota. The goaltender will be Carly Vries today. Our defenders will be Sydney Coleman, Captain Olivia Miller, number 11, Aaron Redikoff, and number 3, Emma Yeager. Right now, taking the face-off, the opening kickoff, it's going to be senior captain, number 12, Taylor Grebbins. These girls play 40-minute halves. It's running time. We'll see what happens. Here's Grebbins. Grebbins passes it back. It gets knocked down into the Blake zone. With it is Rosser. Rosser controlling now because it's a Yeager. Yeager gets a ball taken away from the Blake Bears. Blake Bears come up. Going down, it's Redikoff. Redikoff shoots it to the outside. It's going to go out. Oh, it's kept in by Yeager. Yeager trying to move the ball up now. The Blake Bears controlling. The Bears moving the ball up. Taken away by Grebbin. Grebbin controls, and it knocks out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Wildcats. Here comes Yeager. Yeager throws it in. Trying to get up to Emily Cronkite. Controlling it. It goes out. Cronkite again. Cronkite throws it down. Looking for Barger. And the Bears knock it out. Those ball girls doing a great job. Cronkite throws it up again. Cronkite shoots it across. There's Grebbins. Oh, Grebbins trying to make that pass. Controlled over by Redikoff. Redikoff up to Barger. Barger loses the ball. And the Bears come away with it. Nice job by Rosser to give it over to Newton. With it, it's Barger. Barger giving it up. Oh, and the goalie comes away with it. And there's a shot and a goal already by Emily Cronkite at the 38-minute mark. And Eagan goes up 1-0 already. A minute and 30 seconds into the match. And Eagan goes up 1-0. A nice job there by Rosser to keep the ball up. She got up to Barger. Barger making that one-time pass up to Cronkite. Amazing Cronkite and Barger on the hockey team as well. Maybe they know a little bit more than we do. But Eagan goes up 1-0. And now here comes Blake with the ball. Blake shoots it out wide. And it goes out of the zone. And taking control is Lindgren. Lindgren throws into Grebbins. Grebbins gets pushed from behind and no call. And up comes out with his Bears. But there's Barger. Barger all with a nice one pass over to Redikoff. Redikoff, a nice job. Gives up to Rosser. Rosser loses it. And coming away with it is the Bears. With it is Timmer for the Bears. She loses it to Barger. Rosser gives it up over to Grebbins. And it gets knocked up, and there's Coleman back to get it. Coleman taking a look. She passes it back to the goaltender. Vries, and Vries with a huge boot. Trying to get up to Lindgren. It comes back. Coleman controls. Coleman makes a pass up to Rosser. Intercepted by the Bears. And there's Redikoff now. Trying to control. The Bears throw it to the side. And it gets knocked out by Yeager. So now with the ball, it's the Bears. Here's Blake going to throw in. They're taking a look to throw the ball in. And controlling it is the Bears. A nice job by 17. Lindgren. It goes out of the zone. And there's Yeager with the ball. The toss in by Emma. Gives it up to Ariel Lindgren. Ariel loses it to the Bears. It goes back. There's Emma Yeager. Gives it to Miller. Miller passes it up over to Laura Newton. It comes away to the Bears with a shot, and it goes wide. There'll be a goal kick here. Carly Vries will probably take that one. Vries sets up. Vries shoots it over to Emma Yeager. Yeager controlling. Yeager up to Captain Olivia Miller. Miller back to Yeager. Nice give and go there. Over to Lindgren. Lindgren controlling it. Goes in the middle half there. Controlling is Eagan. Oh, the give and go. Here comes Barger now. Barger's got a chance. Barger battling. She comes in the middle. Barger makes that pass over. Oh, it just goes past Grebbins, but it ends up on Lindgren. Lindgren takes a shot. And with the save is Valerich. And Valerich from Bears with the big kick, about halfway. And with it is Barger. Barger makes a one-time pass. Coming up the side is Cronkite. Cronkite crosses over. It's picked off by Barger. Barger with a shot. Oh, and then another save. Barbercheck with a huge boot. He gets knocked down. Newton loses it, gives it back to Jagger. Jagger tries to move the ball up. It's going back there, and there's Captain Olivia Miller now. Miller gives it back to Carly Vries. Vries back to Miller. Nice give and go. Up to Jagger. Jagger gets pushed from behind. The referee lets him play. The shot on goal, and Vries makes the save. Carly Vries now with a big boot. Just hanging up there. It's going to bounce. Cronkite controls it. Cronkite with it. Cronkite makes a one-time pass. Racing after it. It's Barger. Barger takes the shot. Oh, it just goes on the other side of the net. And that'll be a goal kick for the Bears. Barbercheck will take that goal kick. 34 minutes of the first half. Eagan up 1-0 on the goal scored by Emily Cronkite. There's Laura Newton. Newton's passing it up. It's in the middle there. There's Rosser. Rosser gives it back to Captain Olivia Miller. Miller to Rosser. Rosser to Newton. Newton back to Coleman. Coleman takes a look. Gives that big boot up to Barger. Controlled by the Bears. Rosser intercepts. It goes off the Black Bears player, and with it, it's Redikoff. Redikoff makes the throw. Going after it, it's Cronkite. And Winky knocks it out for the Bears, and it's going to be a throw-in for Eagan. Taking it is Erin Redikoff, number 11. Redikoff taking a look. She takes a look. Redikoff, the big toss. Intercepted by Winky. Stepping up is Miller. Miller takes a shot. It's going to go wide. Is it going to go out? It finally goes out. They kind of waited for that one. And it'll be a goal kick for Veracek. Veracek now setting up. She's taking a look. Veracek, a nice kick through the middle there. Rosser controls. A little battling going on there. Grevins loses it. But come on, it's Lindgren. Lindgren takes a shot. Oh, it just misses. A nice shot by Lindgren from about 30 yards out. And Veracek will take another goal kick. Veracek taking a look. The Bears. Her shot goes up. There's Grevins there. Grevins controls. Stepping up is Redikoff. Redikoff, and a nice header there by the Bears. But Rosser gets taken down. And there's going to be a free kick. Who's going to take that free kick for Eagan? Stepping up is Miller. Miller about 20 yards out. She can put it in from there. Miller's setting up. Moving all over to the side are the Eagan players, so the goalie gets a good look at it. Here comes Olivia Miller with the shot. It comes through. Oh, and she went to the pass to Cronkite, just out of Cronkite's reach. And Velvacek makes the save, throws it up, and the Bears moving up on the sideline. And there's Miller again. Miller controlling. Taken away by the Bears. Going after is Jagger. Jagger gets it back to Miller. Miller loses it, and Coleman's there, and she just knocks it out of bounds. Taking the throw-in is going to be Moe for Blake.
Substitution now for Blake.
Oh. Substitution coming in. Number 19, Kendall Phillips will be coming into the game. Here comes Kate Moe with the throw-in. Moe throws it over to Shoemate. Shoemate battling with Jaeger. Miller comes over to help. They got 2 Eagan players on it, and it's going to be a goal kick. And Carly Breeze is going to take them with 30 minutes left in the first half, and it's running time, and it'll see what happens. Here comes Breeze. Breeze knocks it over to Jaeger, and it goes out of bounds. Taking the throw-in is going to be Kate Moe again, the junior from Blake. She takes a look, throws it in, and Rossier knocks it out. Taking the throw now, it's Abraham. Abraham with the throw-in. There's Moe. Oh, Moe takes down Jaeger, and that's going to be a free kick for Eagan. The second one against Blake. Taking that free kick is going to be Olivia Miller. Miller throws it over to Coleman. Coleman controls, gives it over to Redikoff. Redikoff's trying to keep it in. It goes out of bounds. That should be an Eagan toss. And they're going to give it to Blake. It sure looked like it went off Pesky on that one. But Pesky's going to take the throw-in. Pesky with the throw-in for Blake. That long pass. Oh, a nice header by Grevens. Gives it to Barger. Barger tries to throws it up in the middle there. There's Cronkite. Cronkite gets pulled down from behind. No call. With his Roser. Rozier over to Grevens. Grevens throws up to Cronkite. Cronkite back to Barger. The old give and go. Oh, she's got Lindgren on the break. Oh, and Vavicek comes out, steps up and makes that save, knocks it out of bounds. Taking the throw is going to be Redikoff now. And Redikoff, the senior, throws it in. Over to Grevens, another senior. Gives it up. The one-timer by Newton. And the save by Vavicek. Nice try there by Laura Newton, who is also on the Ultimate Frisbee team. There's Newton again. Kicks it up. Controlling is Notbaum for Blake. Stepping up is Redikoff for Eagan. Controlling now is Blake. Oh, a little pushing and shoving going on there by Laura Newton. Laura Newton gets a Rozier. Over to Grevens. Grevens controls, tries to get up to Lindgren. And it's going to go out of bounds on the side, and it is a throw-in for Blake. They're going to give it to Blake. Taking the throw-in is Timmer. Timmer throws it up, and controlled by Blake. And knocked out of bounds by Captain Olivia Miller. 28 minutes left in this first half. Eagan winning 1-0. And a goal by Emily Cronkite and a minute and a half into the game. There's a toss in by Blake. Jaeger steps up. Gives it to Grevens. Grevens tried to make that pass. The Lindgren goes out of bounds. And controlling the ball now, it's Blake. Nice header by Lindgren. Comes over to Rozier. Rozier, oh, gives a nice pass over to Cronkite. Here comes Lindgren. Lindgren racing up the side. She goes around one player. She takes a shot. And a nice save by Veracek. Lindgren racing up the side on a nice pass. And Veracek makes a save. Smith with a shot. Tries to move it up. It goes out of bounds. It'll be an Eagan ball. Nice job by the ball girls. Keep those balls active. And taking the throw in, it's going to be Newton. There's the toss. Lindgren with the ball. Little back to Newton. Newton, there's a whistle on the play. Not sure what the call was on that, but it's going to be a free kick for Eagan. Taking the call is going to be Miller about 20 yards out. Olivia Miller, she can hammer it in from here. She's done it before. They're all lined up. Miller takes a shot. It goes up. It just goes, oh, a nice header there by Cronkite. Just goes wide. It'll be a free kick for Blake. Nice job by Miller. She just laid it right out there for Cronkite. Cronkite with the nice header just missed to the side. Veracek with a nice goal kicks. The shots on goal, already 9 for Eagan. 4 of them on goal and 9 just missing. Here comes Lindgren on the side. Lindgren. Oh, a little sweet feet work. Must be the Eagan Wave working out there. Picked off by Smith. Smith up to Libret. Libret gets knocked down from Rozier. Keeps going. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. And it's going to be a call on Redikoff there.
Whistle and a foul on the Wildcats.
First one on the Wildcats on Redikoff.
Free kick upcoming for Blake.
Taking that kick for Blake's going to be Talia Pesky. The sophomore. Nope, it's going to be Kendra Phillips. Phillips taking that kick. There's Reese back in goal. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to try popping it up. It goes through to Vries and Carly Vries with the save. Vries with both of her sisters here today watching the game. There comes a nice kick by Vries about halfway out. There's Phillips with the ball. Phillips giving it back to Sobel. Sobel loses it to Cronkite. Cronkite's coming down on the side. She's got one girl to beat. Oh, and she gets ridden out by Willoughby. Not sure about that one, but it's going to be a corner kick here for Eagan. The first of the game for Eagan taking that corner kick. It's going to be Emily Cronkite. Cronkite shoots it over to Yeager. Yeager tries to take the shot on the side, picked off. Another shot by Newton just goes wide. Lindgren with the ball, gives it back to Miller. Miller back to Newton. Newton the give and go, and Blake picks it off. Coleman, the only one back for Eagan. She controls. Coleman moves up to Barger. Ball gets knocked around. Roser with the ball, over to Newton. Gets picked off by Phillips. Phillips moving the ball up to Elvidge. Elvidge's pass over to Ward. Ward with a nice pass over to Phillips. She knocks up, goes out of bounds, and it's going to be an Eagan tossing. Yeager controls now. Yeager back to Miller. Miller to Newton. Newton, a little pass up, gets picked off. Newton controls again. Pops it up. Coming with it is Cronkite with the header to move it up. Oh, and Check is there to knock it out with 23 minutes left in this first half. Redikoff taking the throw in here. Aaron Redikoff, the senior, makes a toss. Over to Cronkite. Cronkite, the junior, goes across to Lindgren. Lindgren's shot gets knocked down by Abraham. Controlled by Phillips. Phillips with a nice pass over to Notbaum. But controlling his roster. Back to Coleman. Coleman makes that nice pass over to Yeager. Yeager taking a look. Controlling it. Gives it back to Miller, the captain. Up to Rozier. Rozier over to Barger. The captain, Julia Barger. Over to Grabbins. Here comes the other captain. Oh, she tried to thread the needle. Picked off by the goaltender. And coming away with it is Notbaum. Notbaum had picked off by Rozier. There's Barger. Barger, the pass up to Cronkite. Cronkite up the side. She takes the shot. A save by Velichek. The ball just laying there. Oh, and the Bears knock it away. But picked off by Newton. Picks it off. Here comes Grabbins with a shot and the goal. Taylor Grabbins on the pass from Newton. Buries it at the 22-minute mark, giving Eagan a 2-0 lead. A nice play by Newton. She stepped up, picked that pass off, gave it to Grabbins, who split the defense, and the one-timer by Grabbins makes it a 2-0 game. And we're joined here by Abby Barger, and she just says hi. Bye, Abby. So a nice job there by Newton to step up. I'm sure her dad Skip very happy with that play right there. And the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Here comes Redikoff. Redikoff throws it in. Controlled. Over by Fine for the Black Bears. Oh, she gets knocked down. by Katie Conley, who's entered the game now. Here comes Timmer. Timmer with the throw-in. Controlling it, gets knocked out. And there's Redikoff now. Aaron Redikoff. Redikoff with the toss. Over to Barger. Oh, and Barger trying to control it, just gets knocked out. Controlling the ball, it's Pesky. Pesky throws it in. There's Grevin. Oh, Grevin's a nice header. There's Laura Newton. Laura Newton over to Jaeger. Here comes Emma Jaeger up the side. Jaeger controls. Get the ball up. Or to Morgan. And there's the throw-in. Going up to Grebbins. Grebbins controlling.
In the game for the Wildcats now is number 7, Carlina Hansen. Going out, Emma Jaeger, number 3.
And right now it's Karina Hansen. Hansen with the ball. Hansen gives it back to Lindgren. Her pass over to Rozier. Over to Barger. Barger up to 0. Oh, nice give and go. It goes through the middle. And Verchek steps up and knocks it out of there. Control is Newton. Newton over to Grebbins. Grebbins got one of the goals. Sends it over to Morgan. Morgan with the ball. Morgan makes that run up the side. Oh, nice turnaround. Come back with it. Morgan hanging on. Oh, referee got out of the way. Oh, that ball was going right back to Newton, and the referee got in the way. Controlling it is Newton. Newton back to Redikoff. Redikoff loses the ball, but Aaron takes it right back. Oh, loses it. There comes Timmer with the ball. Timmer makes a nice pass. Back there to take it is Miller, and it goes out of bounds. Notbaum knocked the ball out. Here's Notbaum. Takes a throw in. Controlling it is Shubo. Shubo gives it to Williams with a big kick. It just goes over the net. Nice kick by Phillips. Just goes over the net. And with 18 minutes left in this first half, Carly Reeves takes that goal kick. 2-0 lead by Eagan. Reeves with a nice kick. There's Phillips again to knock it down, but intercepted by Grebbins. Grebbins shoot it up the side. Control is Notbaum. Notbaum's pass gets picked off by Conley. Conley makes that pass up to Cronkite. Cronkite controlling it. One player to beat. She hangs on to it. Back to Barger. Oh, Barger just lost it. There's a whistle on the play. And it's going to be a free kick for Blake. I can't believe that Emily Cronkite actually knocked the player down, but look what happened. Taking that kick is going to be Verchek, the goalie. Verchek with the kick. Gives up to Phillips. Phillips' ball gets knocked down, but Barger gives it to Cronkite, and they're going to call offsides. Oh, it's very close on that one. I'm surprised Steve Cronkite, Emily's dad, didn't have much to say on that one. But it's offsides and another free kick here for Blake. Verchek with the kick.
He said 19 for 8 and 3 for 11.
Verchek halfway through. There's Newton. Newton steps up. And there's another call. It's going to be against Katie Conley. Another foul on Eagan. All of a sudden, it's been about 6 in a row. Come on, ref. Let's even it up here. Taking that kick, so be Phillips again. She's got to be tired. She's been taking all the free kicks here. Here comes Phillips. Phillips' kick goes up. And Miller's there to knock it back down. Gives that to Barger. Barger back to Conley. Conley making that long pass up to Morgan. Oh, the goalie way out. And she knocks it up. Luckily, Abraham was there to knock it to the side. And Blake controls, but picked off by Grebbins. Grebbins gives a pass Morgan races up the side, and Verchek's there to pick it off. Verchek now. Another big kick. She's had a lot of action down there. Nice job by Blake to get it down. It gets past Morgan, and here comes Rees. Rees comes out. Carly Rees taking a look. And she knocks it up to Barger. Senior to senior. Picked off by Phillips. Back to Phillips for Blake. Going back over to Pesky. Pesky controlling it. Pesky gets taking the ball taken away by Cronkite. Using those hockey skills. Shoots it up to Lindgren. And coming away with it, it's Abraham. She just knocks it out of bounds. Krita Hansen now taking that throw in for Eagan. There's going to be some more subs coming in here. Coming back into the game now. Oh, Laura Rushford comes into the game for Eagan. And Emma Yeager comes back into the game. Also out there is Megan Carlson. Taken out is Katie Conley. No call. Conley's getting up a little gingerly, but she's okay. Coming away with the ball now. It's fine for Blake. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. And it's picked off by Hansen. And gets knocked out of bounds, but controlling is Blake. Blake makes that side pass, and Yeager's there to knock it out. Carlson moves it up. Phillips controls for Blake. Moving it back to Ward, but picked off by Yeager. Yeager moves it up. With it is Carlson. Carlson making that pass over to Hansen, and Hansen knocks it out of bounds. Oh, and off the Blake player, and Hansen with the toss. Hansen throws it in. Oh, taken out from behind is Morgan. And it's going to be a call against Blake, a free kick. Taking a free kick is going to be Olivia Miller again. 14 minutes left in this first half. There's Miller taking a look. Miller with the kick. Picked off by Blake. Gets knocked out of bounds. That's going to be a toss. Throw in. Karina Hansen taking that toss in. Hopefully her brother Caden's watching at St. Thomas tonight. Controlling it. It's Rozier. Over to Newton. Newton shooting up. Picking up is Carlson. Carlson back to Hansen. Hansen trying to go to Conley. Just gets past her. Picked off by Newton. Newton throwing out there. There's Yeager running up. Oh, and it just gets knocked out of bounds by Yeager. Taking that throw in. It's Timmer. Oh, and Conley. Conley gave a little shove there to Ratner for Blake, and going to be a free kick over there by Blake. Taking again will be Kendall Phillips, who's taken about a dozen of these now. Phillips taking a look. About 13 minutes left in this first half. There's Phillips with the kick going way wide. It's controlled by Miller. Miller up to Carlson. Carlson around Phillips. Nice play by Carlson. She makes that one time. Here comes a run. And just too far for Rochefort. And with the save is Verchek. Verchek with the kick. Coming away with it is Carlson. Carlson's pass gets picked off. Comes back to Yeager. Yeager back to Coleman. Coleman makes a pass over. Oh, just too far for Rochefort. Goes out of bounds. Taking the throw in is going to be Pesky. Oh. Coming into the game now, it's going to be Barger comes back in. And it looks like Gremmons is coming back in. The two senior captains, Gremmons and Barger, coming back in. Taking the throw in again is Phillips. Phillips will throw in. Coleman pushes the girl once. Controlling it now, it's Conley. Conley looking for Rochefort. Phillips is there to pick it off. To throw it out, there's Coleman. Coleman controls. Coleman the pass up to Carlson. Carlson, oh, a nice one touch over to Grevins. Grevins gives it to Barger. Oh, and Barger gets screened out. No call on that one. There's Morgan with the ball. Morgan making that run. Little sweet feet move there. She passes it across. It's just laying in front. And knocked out of bounds by Willoughby. It's going to be a corner kick. The second corner kick here for Eagan. And it's going to be Hansen is going to take the corner kick. Nope, it's not going to be Hansen. Taking the corner kick is going to be Lauren Rochford. Rochford taking the kick. 11 minutes left in this first half. Rochford, hand goes down. There's a kick. It goes up. She's looking for Carlson. Carlson with a header. Another header over to Miller. It ends up on Grebens' foot. Grebens makes a side pass. Picked off by Blake. Moving it up, it's Ratner. Ratner picked off by Conley. Conley gives it back to Yager. Yager on one player. Gives it to Miller. Miller back to Coleman. Coleman takes a look. Coleman controls. Knocks out one player. Gives it to Carlson. Carlson, a little bumping going on there. Rubbing is racing. She moves it up. Picked off by Conley. Nope, it's the Bears player. Conley picks it off. Tries to make the pass through the middle to Barger. Does not get through. Controls Carlson. Carlson back to Yager. Yager keeps it in, and it's going to go out. It's going to be a toss. Throw in for Blake. Taking the toss. Throwing again. It's going to be Kendall Phillips. Phillips taking a look. 10 minutes left in this first half. Eagan up 2-0. Phillips with a toss in. Gets knocked down in front. Conley gets taken down, but Blake controls. And Hansen's there to knock the ball up. There's Grebens. Senior Taylor Grebens. Moves the ball up. There's Morgan. Morgan splits the defense. Gives it to Barger. And the Bears player just knocks it out of bounds. The throw-in's going to be Corinna Hansen. 9 minutes left in this first half. Thrown by Hansen. Gives it to Morgan. Morgan's got two players on her. What's going on here? Morgan is trying to deal with it. And the Bears player just knocks it out of bounds. 2-0. Still Eagan. There's Hansen. Hansen throwing. Gives it to Grebens. There's Barger with it. Barger up the middle. Oh, a nice one-timer. And she just shoots it over the net. Barger, a little dipsy-doodle. And it goes over the net. It'll be a goal kick for Blake. So a comfortable 2-0 lead. But, of course, everyone knows the toughest lead to hold is a 2-0 lead. Redikoff back in the game now. And there's Elvidge. Elvidge moving the ball up to Sharber. Sharber controls. Sharber shoots it up. Coleman's there to pick it off. Gives it to Yager. Yager controls. Back to Miller. Miller with the big kick. Picked off by Phillips. Captain Olivia Miller. Miller with a nice pass. Coming down the side, it's going to be Rolford. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Lauren up the middle. She shoots in the middle, and Phillips is there to knock it away. Stepping up is Yager. Oh, Yager. Yager from behind. She gave Ratner a little shove, and she's going to get called. So it's going to be a free kick here for Blake. And, of course, taking the free kick is going to be Kendall Phillips. Who else? Phillips makes the kick. It gets past the Eagan line. Back there's Miller. Miller doing a little shoving going on there. Miller just kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Blake. Blake has not had the ball down in our zone too often, so it's pretty much controlled here by Eagan. Coming back into the game is Amelia Reyes for Blake. We're waiting for somebody to throw the ball in. It's a throw-in. And of course, the throw-in's going to be by Kendall Phillips. Phillips with the throw-in. Kylie kicks the ball up in the air. Conley gets it taken away by Phillips. Controls Carlson. Coleman steps up with a big kick. Up to Barger now. Barger, she's got a breakaway. One player to beat. Oh, she had Rochefort on the side. And Phillips is there to knock it aside. Blake just kicks it out of bounds. Yeager now with the ball. Yeager with the throw-in. She's looking for Barger. Oh, it looks like offsides. No call there. Comes out front. The ball just laying there, and Gremmons couldn't control it. Picking the ball up is Veracek, and Veracek kind of holding on to it. Veracek with the kick. About halfway down. Oh, taken down from behind is Conley. No call. There's Yeager. Yeager over to Carlson. Carlson gets taken away. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Here comes Timmer. Timmer with the pass. It gets past Miller. Here's the shot by Moe, and it's knocked to the side by Hansen with a nice job of coming back, and that'll be a goal kick. Moe had a chance coming down the side, and a nice job by Karina Hansen to thwart that effort by Moe. And here's Vrees now, Carly Vrees with the goal kick. 5 minutes left in the first half. There's Vrees with the kick. Picked off by Race. Conley there. 2 players go down. And they're going to call Libert on that one to be a free kick. Right away, taking it was Miller. Miller gets up to Carlson. Picked off by Phillips. Phillips over to Timmer. Timmer shoots it up. It gets past our defense, but Carly Reese is there and she picks it up. Reese taking a look. The big kick by Carly Reese. And that's going to go out of bounds. Ball girls doing an awesome job of keeping the ball going here. Here comes Phillips. Phillips with a throw-in. Phillips gives it to Libert. And Libert was battling there with Carlson. It gets knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Eagan. Taking that throw-in is going to be Emma Yeager. No substitution. Coming into the game now, it's varsity player Ashley Erickson. Here comes Yeager. Emma Yeager with the throw-in. Yeager with the toss. She gives to Erickson. There's a whistle on the play, and it's going to be called against Phillips. Here comes Yeager taking the free kick. Yeager makes that pass over to Barger. Barger up the middle. And picked off by Timmer. Give up to Race. Race makes that long pass. Trying to keep in for fine. It goes out of bounds. With the ball is Yeager. Yeager gets the throw in. Yeager throws up to Barger. Julia Barger going up against Phillips. Oh, a nice play by Barger. A little touch pass over to Erickson. And Winky's there to knock it aside. Controlling it now is Reese. Picked off by Barger. Barger with the shot. Oh, the save by Veracek. Barger took that shot, and the save by Veracek. Veracek with the boot. Comes down the middle. Coleman's there to intercept. Coleman back to Vrees. Carly Vrees. Oh, pass picked off. Coming away with it is Blake, and it's going to be offsides. Good call by the linesman there. Reese make that pass over to the side, and Blake was offsides. So 11 of the free kick. There'll be another free kick here. Carly Reese is going to take that with 2:30 left in this first half. Eagan up 2-0 on goals by Cronkite and Barger. Freeze with the kick. Knocked down by Blake. Elvidge gets the ball back over to Reese. Picked off by Gremmons. Gremmons makes a pass up to Erickson. And Veracek steps up out of the box. Knocks it up. Conley with the header. Knocks it back the other way. And controlled there by Reese. Reese makes that pass over to Winky. Winky came up the side. She makes that side. Gets knocked to the side. There's Coleman. Coleman gets knocked down. And the shot. And the goal by Reese. So the goal by Blake Number 18, Allie Fine, makes that shot just outside of the reach of Carly Vries. With a minute 50 left in the first half.
We have an assist on that anywhere? Was there a pass to her?
With the puck is Grebbins. 150 left in the first half. Grebbins. Back to Coleman. To Jagger. Coleman gives it back to Vries. Vries with the boot.
Scoring for Blake, an unassisted goal, scored by number 18, Allie Fine.
Controlled. It's Race. Race knocks it up. There's Coleman with the header.
The goal, 38 minutes, and
Controlled by Coleman. Coleman just knocks it forward
scored by Allie Fine.
to Erickson.
Assisted.
Erickson to Carlson.
10.
Carlson to Grebbins. There's a minute left in the first half. Grebbins makes that long pass. Here comes Lindgren now. Lindgren on a breakaway. And there's a goal. Lindgren buries it, gives Eagan that comfortable 2-goal lead again with a minute 14 left in the first half. Nice job there by Coleman to move the ball up to Carlson. Carlson gets up to Lindgren, and Lindgren buries it. So we can back up by 2 with a minute 14 left in the first half. See if they can hold on to this comfortable 2-goal lead. Here comes Emma Jagger now. Jagger with the throw-in, going to Erickson. Controlled by Blake. There's a whistle on the play.
In the first half, 1 minute.
Not sure what that whistle was, but it's going to be a throw-in.
Unassisted goal scored by number 7.
Oh, it'll be a free kick here.
He is unassisted in the 39th minute.
Free kick by Phillips. Phillips' ball gets knocked down by Conley. Conley gets back up to Lindgren, who just scored. Coming away with it is Abraham. Abraham makes that long pass. Hansen on the side, Badley with it. It's going to be a throw-in for Hansen. Oh, it goes out. They're going to call it out. Taking that free kick. Timmer with the free kick. A lot going on down there. The ball laying there and kicked out of bounds by Barger. Eagan player down right now. Emma Jagger down with 9 seconds left. Getting up very gingerly. They're asking for the trainer. Out comes the trainer. 9.8 seconds left. And she's walking it off. And they've got to bring a sub in since she went down. And it'll probably be Aaron Redikoff. Yeah, and Aaron comes back in.
The Wildcats, Redikoff, number 11, back in.
9.8 seconds. It'll be a throw-in for Blake. I believe it'll be thrown for Blake. Barger's right there, but no, it's going to be thrown for Blake. Ratner's going to take that throw-in. Let's see what they can do. Gives it back to Phillips. There's another whistle. Not sure what's going on here. Jagger was not off the field yet. Here comes the throw-in. Ratner with the throw-in. Coleman controls. Gives it to Barger, and Barger just knocks out of bounds. That should kill the clock. Oh. Redikoff with the throw, and there's the first half. Eagan with a comfortable 3-1 lead. We'll be back in 10 minutes with the second half of this exciting Eagan game.
know, but I can't do that. He was asking me to go do that, so I said, if it's your idea, then you go do it.
I think he was just suggesting it to see what you thought. He wasn't trying to instruct.
You said you had shots at both.
He was, as he was with the graphics, where I was like, no, they were right
Blake
where
with
they
3 shots
They're not where
attempted,
they are.
none
I
on
said,
goal. Egan
the
with
graphics
12
are always the
attempted,
exact same
6
place that they always are. They never move.
Fouls were 6
I don't
each.
know. I'm like, dude, I don't know what else to
Egan
tell
2,
you.
Blake 0.
Okay, let's work with what we got.
That's what I've been saying.
Where do you want to go?
In the second half, the visiting Blake Bears will now defend the north goal in front of the stadium scoreboard, and they will move
I
on
sound
to
very
right field.
raspy.
Eagan Wildcats.
Not at all.
Defending the south goal.
I thought the wrestling match is on Monday night now, and I yelled a lot.
The thing I understand you're doing is you're so we can't show the score. So when you say, hey, we've got like, you know, the lead's 3-1, there's 30. So as long as you keep mentioning how much time is left in the game, that's really awesome too.
Okay, good.
Helps us a lot.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks for updates. All right.
Goalkeepers, there's a number 1 out there now.
Plus side, at least the action will be at the goal. We can actually see.
Oh, funny. Hey, we're back for the second half of this game between the Blake Bears and the Eagan Wildcats. Eagan up 3-1. The goal scored by Emily Cronkite, Julia Barger, and Ariel Lindgren. Second half starts off. We've got Erica Collins now in the goal for Eagan. Redikoff with the throw-in. Coming away with it is Rosier. Rosier gives it over. There's Hansen now. Hansen with a nice pass up to Morgan. Morgan makes a side pass. Oh, and the goalie makes the save. Faracek, who was very busy with 12 shots on goal the first half. Faracek throwing up. Coming away with it is the Bears running, bumbling, stumbling, going right down the middle. And Redikoff is there to knock it up to the side. Phillips, who controls a lot of the balls for Blake, sent to the side. And Collins is there to pick it up. Erica Collins, the senior, with the big kick. Trying to get it up to Cronkite, coming away with it. It's Blake. And there's going to be a whistle. Not sure what the call is. It's going to be a free kick for Blake. And, of course, Kendall Phillips, who took the majority of them in the first half. She's going to take another one. The free kick by Phillips. She takes a look. Oh, nice pass going up. And Redikoff steps up, knocks it back up. Phillips with the header. With it is Barger. Barger with a nice turn over to Cronkite. Cronkite and Barger both on the hockey team. Here comes Cronkite up the side. She controls. Gives it back to Redikoff, and they're going to call it out of bounds. Blake now with the throw-in. It's going to be Phillips again. Phillips with the throw-in. Redikoff bumps it up to Barger. Controls Cronkite. Cronkite to give and go to Barger, and it just goes out of bounds, and Blake is going to control. 40 minutes will be in this second half with Eagan up 3-1. There's a throw by Phillips. Barger with the kick. Looking for Morgan. Morgan. Oh, it just gets taken away. And knocked to the side. It is Snipe. Morgan controlling. It's going to be a throw-in for Eagan here. Taking is going to be Taylor Grebin. Grebin with the throw-in. Back to Newton. Newton gives it to Rosier. Picked off. Blake's coming up. Rumbling. Oh, and Rosier pulls the jersey of Race. And they're going to call that one. That was pretty blatant there. Phillips right away kicks it over to Mo. Mo Barger with the move. Little sweet move there. Controlling it is Morgan. Morgan up to Hansen. Hansen with a big kick. She's looking for Cronkite. Just goes outside her reach. Controlling it is Grebin. Grebin's shot gets knocked back down. And controlling it now is Blake. Redikoff steps up, knocks the player down, and then pushes her to besides. It'll be another free kick for Blake. Phillips taking the kick here. 35 minutes left in the second half. 5 minutes gone. Eagan up 3-1. Phillips kick gets knocked around. Gunnar's race. Race is battling with Hansen. Hansen knocks out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in. Here comes Mo. Mo at the throw-in. And it goes off of Hansen. Taking the throw-in now. It's going to be Shoemate. Shoemate with the throw-in. Controlling is Coleman. Coleman just knocks it back out of bounds. Not far enough. Newton there. Controlled by Blake. With the ball now, it's Mo. Mo takes the shot. And Collins knocks it aside. A shot at goal. And it finally went out of bounds. That's going to be a corner kick. The shot by Mo. Collins knocks it aside. It'll be a corner kick. Taking that corner kick is going to be Kate Mo, the junior from Blake. She's lining it up. Kate Mo taking a look. It's always a dangerous play. Mo giving it over to Reese. Reese going on the side, and it's picked off by Barger. Julia Barger gives that to Morgan. Morgan around one player, picked off by Reese, but Newton intercepts. Newton's shot gets knocked down by Reese. Bunch of battling going on here. Controlling it is Reese. Reese for Blake. Oh, looked like it was out of bounds, but they're going to let it go. And Miller gives it back to Collins. Collins back to Morgan. And it gets knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in. Here's Hansen. Hansen to throw it to Morgan. Morgan with a nice move around Reese. Morgan gets knocked down. And there's another whistle. And they're going to call Reese there for pulling on Morgan's jersey. And taking the free kick will be Captain Olivia Miller. 32 minutes left in the second half of the Eagans' first game of the season. Olivia Miller, Captain Junior. Here she comes. She's taking a look. Miller with the big boot. It gets through. And there's Barger. And Barger has an open net, and she just misses it to the left. A great play by Miller to pop it over the defense. Coming down was Barger and just missed to the left with 32 minutes left in the second half. Barachek with the kick for Blake. Newton gives it up. Coming away is Morgan. Morgan controlled there by Cronkite. Nice play over to Morgan, and they're going to call it offside. It was very close.
Offside, Wildcats.
And call Eagan offsides. And Veracek's going to take that goal kick again. There's the kick. Rozier gives up to Morgan. Rozier losing it to Reese. Reese tries to make that long pass over to Timmer. She knocks it up to Libbert. Libbert's a little battle going on, and they're going to call Coleman on the foul. Taking that free kick is going to be Phillips again. Right at the center midline. Phillips with the kick. Oh, a very strong kick. Miller's there at the header. Try to get back to Grebin. Reese is there for Blake, but controlling is Barger. And Barger knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be a Blake throw-in. Phillips with the throw-in. Lot going on down there in the corner. And Miller just kicks it out of bounds. And it ends up going out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Eagan. Redikoff with the throw-in. Redikoff took a couple extra steps there, and the ref kind of caught her and moved her back. That's an old Eagan wave trick they've been doing for years. There's Redikoff throws it in, picked off by Blake. Shoemate with the ball, gets knocked away from her. Back control it is Mo. Mo with the kick. Newton with the header up to Morgan. Morgan doing a rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. She's got Cronkite on the left. She's going up the side. She's got one player. Oh, and they collapse on her, and Reese comes away with it. Reese moving the ball up to net bomb. Picked off there by Barger. Barger gets picked off by Phillips. And she knocks it up to the side. There's Redikoff. Aaron Redikoff. Up the side. It gets past everybody. And Winky controls, and she just knocks it out of bounds. It goes off Morgan's feet, and it's going to be a throw-in for Blake. Phillips with a strong throw-in. Gets past everybody. Coleman's there. Coleman, the pass. Back to Miller. And there's a whistle on the play. Maybe that went out of bounds. Yeah, it went out of bounds. And Kendall Phillips, the junior, will take the throw-in. Oh, it's a free kick. There comes Phillips. 29 minutes left in the second half of this 3-1 Eagan lead game. Phillips throws to the side. Morgan, oh, a little bumping going on there. Morgan wins the battle, gives it to Grebin. Grebin's pass gets picked off. Miller with the header to Rozier. Rozier back to Coleman. Coleman, the one-timer, over to Barger. Controlling it is Winky. Winky now makes that kick up. It goes off Redikoff, out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in for Blake. Eagan with a 3-1 lead. Erica Collins in the goal of the second half here for Eagan. There's a throw-in by Phillips. Rozier gets knocked from behind, no call. The kick up by Newton. Newton, another Eagan Wave player. Goes to the side, it's rolling out of bounds. Not out yet. There's a battle going out of it for Hansen. Hansen and Mo. Mo comes away with it. Mo up to the side. It's laying there. Newton controls. Mo gives it back to Reese. Reese taking a look. Reese back to Phillips. The long pass. Another header by Miller. Tries to get up to Grebin. Picked off there by Reese. Reese a give and go. Over to Mo. Mo. Ball being controlled now by Blake. Here comes Mo. She's going through the side. Up the outside. Taking a look. It comes down the middle, and Coleman's there to intercept. Coleman knocks it out of bounds, but kept in by Phillips. Phillips back to Reese, and Reese knocks it out of bounds. Finally, Eagan gets a hold of that ball. Nice job by Blake controlling that ball. Nice bunch of passes there. There's Barger. Barger goes up to Cronkite. Cronkite back to Rozier. Rozier with the toss up the side. She's got Barger coming up the side. There's Barger. It's pushed from behind. No call. There's Barger on the side. Out front. Knocked away. Cronkite's right there. The ball just laying there. Rozier with the shot. She gets knocked down. And coming away with it, it's Blake. They just knock it out of there. Nice try there by Julia Barger coming up the side. Here comes Blake on a run now. Here comes Shoemate up the side. And Hansen steps up, knocks it away. The Blake parents aren't happy about that one. But with it now, it's Morgan. Morgan back to Hansen. Hansen up to Grebin. Grebin makes that long pass. It looked like it was offsides. No call. And knocking it out of the zone was Willoughby. 26 minutes left in the second half of the Eagan 3-1 lead. More substitutions. Lindgren coming back in. Coming into the game, it's Rocheford. And there's a shot by Laura Newton. Just not enough. Controlled there by Verchek. Veracek about halfway through. Newton just made that kick. Knocks it back. Blake up the side. There's Coleman around one player. Coleman, the pass up to Grebin. Picked off by Reese. Reese makes that pass over to Timmer. Stepping up is Redikoff using those elbows. You would have thought she'd play soccer or hockey. Ball in the air. Coleman steps up. Coleman knocks that player Libert out of bounds, and Coleman gets a throw and is going to hand off to Redikoff. More substitutions. Coming in for Eagan. Emily Cronkite coming in. No, it's Katie Conley coming back into the game. And with the throw-in, it's going to be Kendall Phillips. Phillips seen a lot of playing time. Phillips a throw-in. Goes back to Reese. Stepped up. Oh, two Eagan players. Malachi Crunch comes away with it. Rozier gives it back to Redikoff. Redikoff back to Coleman. Coleman wisely kicks it out of bounds. She had Liebert all over. Kicks it out of bounds. Now with the throw-in, it's going to be Phillips again with 24 minutes left in the second half. Kendall Phillips with a throw-in. Throws about halfway through. There's a kick. Coming away with it. It's Grebin. Grebin making a long pass up to Cronkite. Stepping up. Way out of the zone is Veracek. And it gets knocked out of bounds. Lindgren now with the throw-in. More substitutions coming in. Jagger coming back in. Emma Jagger with the throw-in. Gives it over to Cronkite. Cronkite loses the ball. Knocks up. Coleman steps up. Goes through everybody. Ends up on Reese's foot, and Reese just kicks it right back. Rozier steps up. Gives it to Cronkite. Cronkite around Phillips. Gives it back to Lindgren. Lindgren, the one-timer. Shoots it over. Coming up the middle, it's Grebin. Oh, and Veracek jumps on the ball. Taylor Grebin with another chance for another goal. But Veracek's there to cover it up. McKenna Veracek, the junior, with the big kick. Rozier controls it. Oh, and Conley lowballs a player, and it's going to be a free kick for Blake. Another foul. Let's see if it's going to be Phillips again. Phillips lining up again. Who else? Kendall Phillips, about halfway through. With the kick. Comes down the middle. Rozier gets past Rozier. And Erica Collins makes the save. Erica Collins with the boot. Goes about halfway down. Phillips is there to kick it right back. And luckily, Olivia Miller is there. The header over to Jagger. And Jagger knocks it out of bounds. And it's going to be Phillips with the throw-in again. There's Phillips with the throw-in. It gets past everybody. Reese with it. They got three Eagan players on her. It ends up on Lindgren's foot, but picked off by Mo. Mo making a long pass over to Timmer with the ball now. Phillips, the big kick there by Willoughby. Coming away with it is Reese. Reese coming down. Reese makes a one-time pass over to Mo. Mo up the side. And stepping up there, it's Rochford that knocks it out of bounds. Mo with the throw-in. Mo gets up the side. There's players in the middle. There's a shot. Another shot. And Collins is there and covers up. Oh, a nice try there by Lauren Smith. And Collins was there to gobble it up with 21 minutes left in the second half. Stepping up is Smith. Smith gives it to Reese. Picked off by Miller. Miller gives out to Grebin. Grebin to Hansen. Hansen fires it up. Over to Cronkite. Cronkite, she's got Lindgren racing up the side. And Phillips is there to knock it aside. Over to the side, it's Morgan. Morgan, a little rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Shoots up the side, and Phillips knocks it out. It's going to be a corner kick for Eagan. This is when things happen. 20 minutes left in the second half. Athletic Director Sandy Searle just stopped by, gave the thumbs up on the 3-1 lead for Eagan. Thank you very much, Sandy, for all your support. Cronkite taking the corner kick. A lot going on there. Cronkite pops it up. Oh, it's going to go too far. Too strong of a leg, if you can believe that. And Phillips is there to knock it up to the side. Goes out of bounds. Eagan will get the throw in. Jagger with the throw in. Coming away with it, it's Ariel Lindgren. Lindgren, a little spinorama there. Picked off. Jagger moves up. Emma with the ball. Taken away by Phillips. And Reese tries to knock off. There's 3 Eagan players on her. Make that 4. Rozier takes it away. And coming away with is Mo. Mo with the long pass. Back there is Coleman. Coleman gives it back to Collins. Whoa, maybe a little bit more next time. And Miller's there to knock it aside. And there's Willoughby. Willoughby with the ball now. Grabman is there to move it up. Phillips. Phillips gives it to Willoughby. Over to Sharber. Up to Phillips. Phillips make that long pass. Oh, a nice little shove there by Jagger, and it's going to be a free kick for Blake with 19 minutes left in the second half. Taking that free kick is Phillips. Still a 3-1 lead for Eagan here. Erica Collins in the goal. We got 2 more players coming in for Eagan. There's Phillips with the shot. It gets all the way through, and Erica Collins gobbles it up. Collins taking her time. She's going to throw it. Nope, she's going to kick it. There's the kick. Gives up to Greben. Taylor Greben controls. Gives it over to Rozier. Rozier over to Katie Conley. Conley pops it up. Picked off by Mo, but there's Rozier. She makes that pass to Lindgren. Lindgren's got a chance here on the side. Ariel Lindgren. She shoots across the middle, stepping up. It's Greben. The shot out front. It's just laying there. And Blake knocks it to the side, but there's a whistle on the play. And they're going to call Rozier again. I'm not sure about that call, but it's going to be another free kick for Blake with 17 minutes left in the second half. Ball goes up. There's Conley. Conley gives it up to Lindgren. Lindgren shooting up the middle. Around 1 player, around 2 players. Gives up to Greben. It comes back on Lindgren's foot. Back to Greben. Greben, oh, the give and go over to Ariel Lindgren. Lindgren up the side. She's in the corner. She makes a cross play. Oh, it's right there for Carlson. Lindgren with the shot. Oh, and it just goes wide. Lindgren with the one-timer just off to the side. She got over to Lauren Rocheford. Rocheford gave it back to Lindgren, and the one-timer just goes wide. Lindgren leading with 5 shots in the game, and they're bringing Barger back in. There's a kick by Veracek. Comes back down. There's Barger. Barger give up to Morgan. Morgan up the side. Oh, a nice job. Right to Barger, and Barger buries it. A nice give and go there between Barger and Morgan. Barger's a Morgan. Morgan back to Barger, and Barger buries it. Makes it a 4-1 lead with 16:34 left in the second half. Barger just came back off from sitting on the bench. A good rest right there. So Blake with the kickoff now. Here comes Reese. Reese picked off by Rozier, Ashley Rozier. Reese pops it up high. Oh, nice job by Hansen, and Hansen's going to get called. using those ultimate frisbee skills to box a player off. Hansen gets called. Coming away with it, it's Pesky now. Eckerly with the assist, and they're going to give assists, actually, to Eckerly. And here comes, of course, it's Kendall Phillips taking the free kick. Phillips pops it up. It goes through everybody. Miller's there with the header. Gets over to Lindgren. Oh, there goes Ariel racing up the side again. Lindgren. She had Eckerly with her. She gives it back. Oh, picked off by Elvidge. Elvidge with the ball, but there's Grebin. Grebin comes away, the captain, Taylor Grebin. Gives it to Eckerly. Eckerly back to Rozier. Rozier, trying to go over to Julia Barger. And picked off by Blake. Coming away with it, it's Reese. Reese just knocks it out of bounds. The throw in by Jagger. Oh, whistle there. A little too quick. More substitutions. Megan Carlson comes back in the game. And Maddie Topinky getting a little playing time, number 5. There's the throw-in. Back in the corner. It's Ariel Lindgren. And she knocks it out the end line. It'll be a goal kick. And it's a foul on Blake, I believe. And it'll be a free kick. Lindgren from the side. Lindgren pops it up. And controlled by Reese. Over to Mo. She knocks it out. Hansen steps up with the shot. And just goes wide. Corinna Hansen steps up with the shot from about 30 yards out. 13 minutes left in the second half with Eagan up 4-1. I've been told it's been many years since Eagan's lost a home game, and I believe that. There's Vanacek with the free kick, the goal kick. Controlled by Sharber. Sharber, a little rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Jagger steps up, gives it to Conley. Conley's got 2 players on her. Loses it. Coming away is Sharber. Conley pulls at the shirt, no call. There's a pass up the middle. Come up the side, it's Reese. And Hansen's there to knock it away. Corinna Hansen up the side and just knocks it out of bounds. Making the throw in. It's going to be Kate Moe. Moe from Blake. Moe with the throw in. Knocked down from behind. It's Conley. Moe controls again. Conley's there to pick it off, and it just goes out of bounds. 12 minutes left in the second half. Moe gives the ball up to Fine. Allie Fine now with the throw for Blake. The long throw in. A lot of traffic going on there. Oh, and Conley knocks down another player. No call. Controlling is Hansen. Hansen up to Barger. Barger gets elbowed. No call. Barger popping it up to Morgan. Eckerly. Eckerly loses it to McMillan. McMillan shoots it back to Pesky. And Pesky for Blake knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Hansen. Multiple changes here for Eagan. Coming back in against Redikoff. Laura Newton comes back in, and Emily Cronkite's coming back in. Aaron Redikoff, senior, with a nice toss over to Barger. Oh, it gets past her, but it ends up on Emily Cronkite's foot and picked off by Fine. Trying to control the ball was Redikoff, goes outside her foot. And with the puck is Kate Moe. Kate Moe moving way up. Moe took about 10 extra yards to throw that ball in, and the referee called her on it. Blake's been doing that all night there, ref. Finally, they get called on it. So Kate Moe now with the ball. Moves back to where the ball actually went out. Moe with the throw-in. Controlled there by Fine. Newton battling with her. Carlson moves the ball up. It gets through everybody, and Erica Collins makes the save with 11 minutes left in the second half. Eagan up 4-1. Collins, halfway. The ball goes halfway down the field, ends up on Taylor Greben's foot. Greben with the shot, gets knocked down. Cronkite looking for Morgan, picked off by Phillips. Ends up on the side of Blake. Little battling going on there. Morgan comes away with Eckerly. Eckerly makes a cross pattern. There's Barger. It's just laying there, and Cronkite tipped it just wide. Another golden opportunity for Eagan. It'll set up another goal kick here for Veracek. 10 minutes left in the second half. Veracek with the throw, the kick. It gets past everybody and it ends up on Simon's foot. Simons make the kick. Miller's there to knock it back down. Fine knocks it back. A lot of headers going on. There's a call going on. It's going to go against Olivia Miller. Another free kick. About 25 yards out. This is in Kendall Phillips' range. She could drill it from here. She's taking a look. Let's see what they're going to do. Oh, they gave a yellow card. A yellow card to Olivia Miller. So Miller's got to come off. I'm not sure what the call was on that, but she's got a yellow card.
Caution on the Wildcats. Olivia Miller, number 22. Time of the yellow card is 70:07.
Here comes a kick, but oh, the drive. Coleman's there to knock it away. And Newton knocks it back up halfway. It gets past Fine. And with his Redikoff. Redikoff loses it. A little battling going on there. Coming away with it is Kate Moe. Moe makes that kick. And Coleman's there. Coleman gives it back to Barger. Barger right in the chops. Kept him in the chops. Redikoff pops it up. Carlson trying to make that pass over to Morgan. Trying to get around it is Cronkite. Cronkite gets around it. There's Emily Cronkite coming to the side. Oh, Cronkite gets taken down. No call. Cronkite gets an elbow in the side. No call, and Blake comes away with it. Controlling now is Moe. Moe gives it over to Willoughby. Willoughby's pass gets picked off by Hansen. And Hansen gets called. Not sure about that call either. Another free kick here. Taking it's going to be Phillips again. A handball there on Karina Hansen. Not real sure about that one. Here's Phillips, who just missed that goal earlier today with that big leg. She tries to go again. Knocked up by Redikoff. Coleman pushes the player out. A nice shot by McMillan, and Collins there to make the save with 8 minutes left in the second half. Collins. Oh, she sees Barger. Nice pass up to Barger. Barger controls it, and she's going to make that run again. Here comes Cronkite, and just not enough go there. Knocking it out is Reese. It'll be a throw-in for Eagan with exactly 8 minutes left in the second half. Hansen's coming out, going back in. It's Miller. Taking the throw in is Redikoff. Redikoff with a nice throw in the Greben. Taylor over to Barger. Barger making the cross pass. Over to Carlson. Here's a one-time by Carlson. Oh, and the save. A nice shot there by Carlson. And Veracek makes the save. Veracek with the throw down. Stepping up is Carlson. Megan Carlson loses it, goes out of bounds. Off Fine. With it is Redikoff. Erin Redikoff with a throw-in. She's got Cronkite. Emily Cronkite controls. Cronkite with a little body movement there. No call. Cronkite with another one. Knocks another player down. They're letting him play. Here comes CC Moe with the throw in. Controlling is Laura Newton. Newton gets back to Coleman. Coleman with the left foot. Gets it up to Cronkite. Cronkite controls. Nice job of Sweet Feet. It gets passed over to Morgan, but it goes out of bounds. McMillan kicks it out of bounds. With the throw, it's going to be Barger. They're not wasting any time. The throw to Taylor Grebin. Grebin back to Cronkite. Oh, and Morgan was just offside. It's a very close call with 6 minutes left in the second half. Veracek taking the free kick. Veracek lining up. A nice kick by Veracek. It ends up on Kate Moe's foot. Moe, a little give and go over to the Timmer. Timmer going around Olivia Miller, but Miller's got it. And Miller just knocks out of bounds. Taking the throw in, it's going to be fine. Allie Fine with the throw in for Blake. Fine, throws it in. She's going down deep. Looking for Kate Moe. Moe with the shot. And hanging on to it is Erica Collins with 5:30 left. Just rolls it up to Laura Newton. Newton, one of the Ultimate Frisbee stars of last year's second place Eagan Ultimate team. And McMillan tries to take a shot from way out, but Collins is there to scoop it up. Collins with the kick, or to Grebin. Grab a little header. Gets past her. There's Laura Newton, who we just spoke about. The Ultimate Frisbee girl. Gives up to Carlson. To Newton. Newton up to Grebin. Back to Newton. Nice job of passing here. And Newton makes that long pass. Going for the run is Emily Cronkite. And picked off, but coming away with it. Oh, nice job by Barger. Barger with the left side. She takes the shot, and she gets knocked down at the same time by Reese. Steve Cronkite not happy with that call that no call by the referee. That's hard to believe. But it's going to be a goal kick by Veracek with 4:30 left in the second half. Blake Veracek making the kick, knocking up. Newton gives it up. There's Ash Erickson back in the game. And the ball knocked away by Reese. Coleman steps up. Coleman knocks it up. Gives it up to Cronkite. And McMillan knocks it out of bounds. Taking the throw in. It comes to Carlson. Carlson hangs on to it. Knocking it out of bounds. It goes to Bleachin. The throw in. Coleman steps up. Coleman knocks on one player. Coleman's got two players on her. Coleman bumps a player. No call. Coming away with it, it's Reese. Reese up to McMillan. Olivia Miller with the ball. Gives it back to Collins. Erica Collins. Over to Redikoff. Redikoff. A nice pass over to Taylor Grebin. Grebin makes a pass to Megan Carlson. Gets past her. Picked off. Blake now comes up. Coleman knocks back down. 3 minutes left for the second half. A little pushing and shoving there by Taylor Grebin. And coming away with it, it's Erin Redikoff. Back to Olivia Miller. Miller with the big boot, trying to get up to Cronkite. Back to it is Ashley Erickson. Picked off. Here comes Cronkite. Emily Cronkite up the side. She stops, hesitates, gives it a Barger. Barger with a give and go. That's worked twice before. And knocking it out of bounds, it's Kate Willoughby. So Eagan now with 2 minutes left in the second half. It's going to be a throw-in for Barger. Julia Barger. We saw Julia's sister Abby here earlier. Julia makes a cross pass to Megan Carlson. Picked off by McMillan. Newton steps up, knocks it down. That's going to be a handball by Ashley Erickson. Blake with the free kick. And, of course, it's going to be McKenna Veracek, of course, taking the free kick. Veracek shoots it up. Controlling it's fine. Picked off. Going back to Coleman. Coleman around one player. Passes it up. Picked off. It's going out of bounds. Nope. Controlling is Coleman. Coleman gives it to Miller. Miller with the big boot. It gets past McMillan. McMillan over to Reese. It goes out of bounds. Ashley Erickson was right there. It goes out of bounds. Throwing's going to be Kate Liebert. 1:21 left in the second half. In the game now, it's Katie Conley back in. Coming up. Aaron Redikoff. It stays out of bounds. Nope. Stepping up. It's Olivia Miller. Miller takes out two players and holds onto the ball. Here comes Miller now. 1 minute left in the game. Gives it up to Megan Carlson. There's Carlson now. She's got Barger up the side. Oh, just outside of Barger's reach. And Reese knocks out of bounds. And Redikoff with the throw in. Redikoff to Carlson. Carlson trying to get it to Newman. Picked off by Willoughby. Willoughby up to Elvidge. Elvidge makes a long pass. It gets past the defense, but Miller's there, and Miller knocks it back to Collins. Collins, a nice job of give and go there between Collins and Miller. Miller now controlling the ball. Miller over to Carlson. Carlson over to Miller. Miller just trying to hang on. There's 15 seconds left. Oh, Miller gets taken down from behind by Carly Shoemate. That should do it, as long as you hold on to it. Miller's going to take the shot. The big kick. As the siren blows off. 4-1. Eagan with a commanding first victory win. Nice job. We'll see you again Saturday for the next game for Eagan.